Hello, everyone. If you've ever felt completely buried under spreadsheet tabs, then you have come to the right place. Today, we're going to explore two really powerful skills that will help you handle your data like an absolute pro: merging and comparing sheets. So, let's start with a situation that I'm sure we've all faced, haven't we? You've got data, and lots of it, and it's spread across maybe 5, 10, sometimes even more different tabs. It just feels so overwhelming, right? Well, in this explainer, we're going to cut right through all that confusion. We'll show you exactly how to merge data from all those different sheets into one master sheet, and also how to compare them to spot any differences. Trust me, these two skills will honestly make your life so much easier. All right, so first up, why are we even talking about this? Let's get into why having your data spread all over the place can be such a big problem to begin with. And really, this is the heart of the issue. The thing is, when your data is all broken up, you just can't see the big picture. You end up wasting so much time just clicking between tabs, trying to match things up by hand, instead of doing the actual analysis. Okay, so let's get to our first big solution: uniting your data by merging. What does this mean? It's all about bringing all your information together into one single, powerful master view. So why should you merge your sheets? Well, for one, there's data consolidation. Think about combining student marks or sales figures or monthly expenses all in one place. Then there's simplified analysis. Once it's all together, applying charts and formulas becomes so easy. Naturally, this is a huge time saver. You can stop checking multiple sheets over and over again. And finally, you get a better presentation. I mean, who doesn't want a clear, organized view of their data? Okay, so how do we actually do this? One of the best ways is using the built-in Consolidate tool. It's actually pretty simple. First, you just open a new, empty sheet. Then you go to the Data menu and find Consolidate. Step 3, you choose a function, like sum or average. Next, you just add the data ranges from each sheet you want to merge. And finally, you click OK, and just like that, your data is instantly combined. It's really that efficient. All right, that was merging. Now, let's move on to our second key skill: finding differences by comparing. This is all about the techniques you can use to spot any inconsistencies and track changes across your sheets. And why is comparing so important? Well, first off, for error detection. You can find mismatched or even missing values very quickly. It's also great for data validation, just to make sure all your data is consistent. Then you have performance tracking. This is perfect for comparing results across different time periods. And all of this leads to better decision-making because you're highlighting the differences that actually matter for your analysis. So one of the easiest ways to compare is with a simple IF formula, just like this one. It's basically just a logical test. It checks if a value in, say, your Term 1 sheet is the same as the value in your Term 2 sheet. If they match, it will tell you same. If they don't, it will say different. It's clean, simple, and very effective. And this really shows you the two main ways to do it with formulas. You could use a very basic equals formula, which just gives you a simple true or false. But if you wrap that same logic in an I function, like we just saw, you get a much clearer text label, something like match or mismatch. And let's be honest, that's often much easier to read when you're scanning through your data. But listen, here's the real pro tip. Formulas are great for finding the differences, for sure. But conditional formatting, now that's what makes them instantly visible. You can set up a rule that automatically highlights any cells that don't match with a bright color. They will literally jump right off the page at you. No more searching line by line. Okay, so we've covered the what and the how. Now let's put it all together and really become a spreadsheet pro. We'll look at applying these new skills with some practical examples and best practices. So let's take a really common scenario, something like student marks. Imagine you have maths marks in one sheet, science marks in another, and English in a third. Well, by creating a new summary sheet, you can use a simple formula to add everything up and get a total for each student, just like you can see here for Rohan and Priya. See, it's clean, it's organized, and it's actually very easy to do. Now, to make sure all of this works smoothly every single time, just keep a few best practices in mind. First, keep your sheet names simple and meaningful. It really helps. Second, make sure your data ranges are consistent across all sheets. Always use clear headers and labels. And this one is very important. Save a backup before you start. You'll thank yourself later. And finally, use formulas. That way you get those dynamic updates we'll talk about. So that last point about using formulas is absolutely key. It enables something called a dynamic update. And what does that mean? It means that if you go and change a student's mark on the original math sheet, the total on your summary sheet will change automatically. You don't have to do anything. This one concept alone will save you an incredible amount of time and prevent so many manual errors. So what's the big takeaway here? It's this. Merging and comparing, they aren't just some technical tricks. No, they are the tools that let you cut through all that noise, all those separate tabs we talked about at the beginning. They help you find the real story that your numbers are trying to tell you. So the only question left is, are you equipped to listen,